So the concept of our game is a casual game, two-dimensional, and I'm gonna use the analogy that is Frogger style. So Frogger is an old Atari game where the player controls it's sort of like a Valkyrie who needs to reach a treasure and avoid dragons. So that is a very short description. It's a very simple description of a game, and what I want to do now is add some concept art and some ideas. So I'm gonna start by going into Google Images and finding a screenshot of that Frogger game that I mentioned. I'm going to take a screenshot of this and add it to my game design document. And now what I'm going to do is make a quick sketch of what the game looks like. So this already gives an idea of what the game does. Now, what platforms is this game going to be made for? So first of all, this is going to be a cross-platform game, which will work on both desktop and mobile. And it will be a browser game, so it is run on the web browser. In terms of user interface, we don't really have any proper user interface, but we want to describe how the player interacts with the game. So that is how you interact with this game. It's really simple. Now, what about the game mechanics? We've got dragons moving up and down. If the player is hit by a dragon, the game restarts. The player wins if they reach the treasure, and the game will restart. The player moves in only one direction. Now, the assets. First of all, what is going to be the style of the game? I would describe this as a pixel art, 8-bit style with like a retro kind of feel, like a retro RPG sort of feel, like old Final Fantasy or Zelda games. We are going to need sprites. So we need a background for the game. We need a sprite for the player and one for the enemy and for the treasure. So this game doesn't need that many assets. These are all the assets that we need.